And we're live. Okay, Soscast in the house. What a day we are having here at Valuetainment.
Yeah.
We had meetings on meetings on meetings. Everything paused. Everything stopped when we found out the verdict was in for the infamous Johnny Depp, Amber Heard defamation trial. Verdict is in.
It felt like OJ. We were just all standing around everyone's
I haven't
computer.
felt like this since I was in middle school with OJ,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Insane. I have an all-star panel who are going to be very, very open about their past, their situations that they've had, their previous relationships, how they feel about Johnny, how they feel about Amber. As I said before, I've covered this on the Soscast where we talk money, dating, relationships, lifestyle. That is what this Johnny Depp, Amber Heard controversy was all about. Yep. He sued for $50 million defamation. She countersued for $100 million for what? More defamation, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. We've been so caught up in this, and it's encapsulated a lot of what we do here. I got to give a shout out to comedian Natalie Cuomo. If you can see the shirt right here.
Oh, that's dope.
She is a dope. Admitted crazy girl who loves her boyfriend, tatted up all over. We did an episode recently, and we talked about crazy exes. Is there a crazier ex out there than Amber Heard and even or Johnny Depp? Anyway, that's what we're going to be discussing today. On my left, ladies first, Natalya Del Valle. You've seen her on the Soscast. Now she's in front of the camera. She's the type of woman that if a guy crosses her, you're getting cut. Just know that.
All day.
Just know that. On the other side of the spectrum, Vincent Oshana, here in the house, just moved from LA. I'm not saying that he's the type of guy that gets abused in relationships. Well, you're the type of guy that gets abused in relationships.
100%.
But he's big and strong, but he's lovable.
Yeah.
But today we're going to have an amazing conversation. Thank God we got Kellyanne over in the house. Sweet as Kelly, sweet as jelly. Let's. She's been doing all the research. She knows more than all three of us combined. So if one of us steps out of pocket, steps out of line,
she puts you back in pocket.
Check us. Yep. Okay. Vinny.
Yeah.
Like when you heard that, okay, it's in. Verdict's in. What was your gut reaction?
Verdict's in was, and it's funny because I told Kelly, I go, he's going to win 100%. He's a winner. And then all of a sudden she's like, he's in England. He's not even there. He's in England playing in a band. That shows you how much he knew he was going to win, bro. He don't give a.
He's not even in the States anymore?
No.
He had a show in London.
He's balling.
Previous work.
He wasn't even there. He's up there. He has like 95 scarves, 75 bracelets, and he's just, I don't know who the artist is that he's with, but yesterday he got a standing O. Like he did the last
the crowd knew what was going on,
and they were like, "We love it, yeah, bro."
So your initial reaction was, "I'm just following Johnny around. He's not even in the country. This guy's either running for his life or he's completely confident."
Oh, he's completely confident. And my initial thought was, because then she schooled me. Kelly's like, "Well, she's gonna win," because legality. She's like, "She's gonna win too." And I was like, "How'd you?" And then she broke it down, and then we found out, yeah, she won $2 million, but the dude won 15. So it's
we're gonna get into the money here. We're gonna get into the money.
Yeah,
Natalya. You've been, seeing what's going on here. You've been kind of slow to speak. Mm-hmm. Why is that? What's going on here? Emotionally, where are you with this?
I think based on the things that I've seen, I think even media has pushed a little bit more of Johnny's Depp side. I think, Amber, she came in, she brought this to trial. She brought this to the world's attention. And it kind of backfired in her face. I think she obviously did that because she had confidence that she was going to win. But I think when certain events and certain things came up, the world and the media, how powerful that can be. Yeah. They started pushing Johnny's side, and I think it kind of pushed her out the way. And so like him not being present, I think he knew just based on how the world was reacting, like he was going to win. There was no like maybe ifs, ands, or buts. But I think there's both sides that are valid points. I know there's abuse in both sides, so that's something that, is wrong. But I would say I was more of a fair, like looking on more of like a fair
like how a juror should be.
Yeah,
Basically, you're saying I would have made a great juror.
Yeah, I could have made a good juror. Yeah, for sure.
Kelly, before I get into the facts on this, what have we left out other than the facts I'm about to leave? Maybe just your gut reaction because you've been following this more than anybody.
So what Natalya said was exactly right. There was abuse on both sides. The point of issue here, they both sued for defamation. So this was brought to trial because of an op-ed that Amber posted.
In 2018, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
And then he also had a trial previously in British court for a different article, which he lost. So I don't think that Johnny Depp was quite certain that he would win this one. I think he had a prior commitment. He's trying not to let this rule his life. It's his general attitude. But I think what she said is pretty right. The fact that there was a toxic relationship here is not the issue. It was a trial about he said, she said, and how it affected their careers. But the public's perception of this trial has been so skewed into the Me Too movement, and the abuse part has been kind of skewed.
You're absolutely right. The abuse, the Me Too movement, Hollywood, reality TV at its finest, money. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. Careers are on the line. Disney cut him from
his children.
Exactly.
And shit.
Disney cut him from Pirates of the Caribbean. Family drama. There's so many angles to the story. That's why I think America is and the world is obsessed with this.
It should have been pay-per-view, Adam. I would have paid for it, bro.
I would not have paid for it. Save that money, Vinny.
Kelly would have. You would have.
And I hate to say that too.
I would have waited for the TikToks. They were coming out anyway.
But I think this affects a lot of people in situations like this, and the media makes it into this big scene, which you can't train wreck. You can't look away from. You can't. But they're like, what do I do in my situation?
You're right.
Train wreck. By the way, we are going to be taking your calls at the end of the episode. We're probably going to go for about an hour today. So the last 15 minutes. Sorry, not calls, super chats. We'll be responding to your super chats. We'll give you a shout out. We will definitely shout out your name and your comment and your question. We will answer it, whether that's Vinny, Natalya, Kelly, or myself. We're all about you. We're all about the valuetainers out there. We want your feedback. This is great. We can talk for an hour on end, but we want to hear what the crowd has. Kelly, you're manning the comments?
Yes.
Kelly's on it. Kelly's on it. Usually Natalya's on it. Now we're all on it. Let me read a couple facts real quick, because it's important in a situation like this to just explain the facts. A lot of emotions, a lot of illogical behaviors being happening. Let's state the facts here. Okay. So Johnny Depp, he was suing for defamation, right? He was seeking $50 million in damages from Amber Heard, right? This happened the beginning of the year, right? When this trial came to be.
Yes.
He alleged that she defamed him when she wrote in that op-ed that you were referring to that a public figure representing domestic abuse, that she was a public figure representing domestic abuse, but she did not identify him by name.
Wow.
Okay, let's just start with that.
Dangerous.
This is it right here. Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. Let me tell you, when you're married to an A-lister, and he's not a B-lister, he's an A-list Hollywood celebrity, top 10 maybe actor
Beloved.
of all time, certainly in our generation, okay? When you claim domestic abuse, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to say, well, who's your spouse?
Yes.
Who's your partner? Boom. Oh, it's Johnny Depp. Media, run with this, right? Toxic culture, toxic masculinity, run with this. So then she, after being sued for $50 million, countersued for double that, $100 million. She alleged that Depp defamed her when one of his lawyers called her abuse allegations a hoax. Okay, so trial goes on. By the way, Johnny's lawyer, Camille Vasquez.
I love her.
If you want to pull her up.
I love her.
Amber's attorney was Ben Rottenborn. By the way, there are rumors out there that Johnny Depp and his lawyer, Camille Vasquez, might have a little thing going on. I don't know.
And
Jeez.
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
But look at that hug. Look how happy she is. Look at that hug.
I think it made her even hustle a little bit more. Like, that's my boo. I want to make sure he wins.
Really? You think that there's a
Love
boo?
Johnny's
I don't think
rings.
it hurt him.
And certainly not. That's her right there.
She's
okay.
a boss. She's a boss, dude.
Yeah,
I don't like that
what
picture
makes
of
her a
but she's
boss?
cute.
She just, well, like I was just like she wasn't letting Amber like fuck around at all. She was just on her the whole time. Because I don't know if you guys all saw this. Amber, like every question asked, you respond to them or the judge. Every answer that Amber Heard did, Adam, she looked at the jury to where she had to say, Camille had to go, hey, You're not having a speech with them. You talk to me, and she goes, "Well, I'm sorry, you asked me a question." She goes, "No, I didn't ask you anything. You're preaching to them to get on your side." She goes, "Don't do that." She was just checking her, bro.
Was it a good move for him to hire a female attorney?
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Why do you say that as a woman?
Because, you know, you're talking about a very sensitive topic, abuse, defamation. Like, the last thing you need is a man yelling at a woman, telling her, like, you beat my client. Like, I don't think
Optics
that's...
are important is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
So Johnny Depp knew what he was doing when he said young, but not too young, attractive, but not too attractive, smart.
Very smart.
No, very smart, right? Attorney, she'll be on my side. Yeah, that's a powerful statement right there. Yeah. So, for those of you guys that are not familiar with the outcome, Vinny, correct me if I'm wrong here. Johnny Depp won $15 million. $5 million of it was for punitive damages.
Yep.
Somehow Amber won $2 million, and it was for the lawyer Camille Vasquez apparently defaming her.
I don't believe it was Camille Vasquez that said that. That was a different lawyer. I believe his name was Adam.
Yeah, it was a different guy.
Hey, let's leave Adam out of
Don't
this.
bring
From what
up
I
Adam.
understand, Adam's a good
Leave him out of
guy.
this.
He wouldn't defame nobody. Let's have a little respect for Adam.
It was
quote
not
unquote.
his current lawyers. It was a couple years ago, a different
Got
lawyer.
it. It wouldn't have. Okay, gotcha. So Adam. So, but net, how much does Johnny win here?
So apparently he's walking away with, because people do the math and think it's 13. He's walking away with only 8 point something because Kelly, you said that.
So
There's a limit.
he won $10 million in compensatory damages, but the $5 million that's the punitive damages, the state law caps it at $350,000. So he really only won in overall $10.35 million.
And they're in Virginia, right? This court's in Virginia. The courtroom.
Wherever the Washington Post headquarters is. Fairfax.
I think it's
Fairfax,
just
Virginia.
Yeah.
Kelly on the ball. So he's walking away with a little over $10 million.
Yes, and then
now
she
I don't
got-
expect you to know this answer, but she doesn't even have $10 million.
Well,
does she?
I think she does because she won. Well, she got 7 when they got divorced. She's been in Aquaman 2. If she's not investing or not doing the stuff that you guys
She's
talk
not
about on
saving
your
that money.
if she ain't listening to the Sauce Money, you
gotta
know
get
what
her
I
on
mean?
here.
But I mean, dude, she has to pay up though, right? Or else don't you go
And
to jail?
wasn't she gifted money from Elon Musk or Johnny Depp, what she owed to some
Of course.
charity organization? Do
Yes.
you remember that?
Yes.
So do you think
And
she
she
ends
didn't
up
finish
paying
paying
this?
it.
How's that going to work out?
Yeah,
She owes a lot
has?
of money now. She owes
Dude,
like
she
$20
owes
million.
money.
Google Amber Heard net worth.
Net worth, which is not. I don't really believe it.
Yeah, she had a 3.5
I mean, that'll give us a little
donation.
something.
Bro, let me explain something to you. She shit in Johnny Depp's bed. She better pay the goddamn money, bro. You don't shit in somebody's bed. I'm sorry.
That's what drew the line.
That
there.
right, we're right there because nobody ever went into like I wanted. Nobody went to death. No pun intended. Was he sleeping and she just squatted in like ninja shit?
No.
Or no, Adam. How do you shit? Because he just rolled over and picked up the sheets, and it wasn't Chihuahua shit. It was a human being shit. I want to know the particulars.
But she only did it once, and he was out of town.
Hold on, how do you know?
You know what? If she only
because
did
they
it
talked
once,
about
then-
it. No.
Oh, yeah.
She only did it once,
okay.
then, so we're okay.
Then you know what? 8 million. You know, we'll
No.
do 9 million.
So what are you about to say, Natalya?
No, they said that when she did it, she had went to Coachella with her friends that weekend, and so they got in a fight, and he left, and then she was going to Coachella. So before she went to Coachella, she did that activity.
What does?
And so he figured that at that time it would be the right time to go home and get his stuff, because she was out of the house.
Yeah.
And I forgot who, so don't quote me. But they said like, hey, like, I don't think you should go home. Like, now is probably not a good time. And he's like, what do you mean? So then that's when he went home, and then he found.
So her and her friends are getting ready to go to Coachella. She's getting her shirts and shit, and she's just in here like, just give me 10 more seconds. He's gonna know.
Do you think she actually did that?
100%.
I wouldn't be surprised. I feel
Is
like
anybody surprised if she actually did that?
I feel
She
like.
could've-
Go ahead, Kelly. Yeah.
She could have been like, I'm just going to do this to prove a point, and like not intending for like anybody to actually see that.
it,
But
yeah.
she, like, people try to validate themselves
Let me tell you
privately.
something. I've been in so many fights with girlfriends.
Yeah.
Half my friends are in dysfunctional relationships. Vinny's been abused by certain women. I don't want to couple him out there.
Yeah.
This has never been a topic we've discussed.
Never.
This has never been a thing.
Never.
Vinny's using terms like ninja shit. This is not a thing in the
Remember-
pop culture nomenclature. This is not a thing.
Remember
What is
that
going on with this
they're-
woman?
They're drinking. There's some
No,
drugs
I was
involved.
drinking.
But do you think-
Coachella's cocaine and Molly, bro. I don't listen
Yeah.
to me. If you've ever dabbled in Molly and whatever, when it hits, you're taking a shit.
Okay, so nobody's
that's just
putting
been-
this
But
past.
do you think
No.
because they were so-called like in love and passionate, like I feel like sometimes when somebody that maybe you have a strong feeling towards, like because you have that strong feeling, it also gives you the realm to like when you're angry, be like even more angry than like
amplified, for
yes,
sure.
it's amplified. So like I'm not surprised she like shit in his bed.
That's insane. I
Because
never
of
heard-
how
I never heard that
angry and
before.
hurt she may have been because
That's
You
going
know,
to be a
Karen-
move.
Karen-
Watch this. Now that this is out there,
Like-
that's a move. Yeah, we broke up, and you know what I did next?
The herd.
Sat in his
Yes, but
bed.
the herd.
Did you hear?
I did. That's
yeah, I
her.
heard. The
That's
herd
the
turn.
move.
The herd turn.
Gentlemen, wash your sheets. Take care of your pillowcases. You don't know what's going on out there. This is what Amber Heard has done for society. By the way, Amber Heard's net worth is up for debate, allegedly. Fox Business reports that it's
$8 million.
$8 million, $12.3 million.
That's gone.
That's a range, I guess. Where celebrity
Oh,
net,
because this is
net
the
worth
New Zealand Herald,
lists-
so they're converting
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
Yeah, I got you.
So listen, somewhere between $5 and $12 million. Meaning, if she does have to pay this $10 million, because I assume that's what happens when you
tight.
You
lose a lawsuit,
Yep.
she's gonna be.
She's
Does she?
bye-bye.
Is her career ever come back from this?
If she starts an let's be real, great question. If she starts an OnlyFans today, she'll be making like that bad Barbie girl made how many?
She'd
80 mil-
bad baby. She'd be the number one OnlyFans girl. Amber Heard.
I'll bet 100%.
Yeah.
She started an OnlyFans page. She could shit on it and she would make money.
But do
Well,
you
there's
think
a
she
lot of-
would be popular because of like, oh, we want to see her, or like, oh, let's look at this?
It's infamy.
cruel-
You know
Yeah,
what I just
right.
thought of? Yeah, this is the reason I actually agree with Vinny. You know, they say like, you know, don't be Mr. Nice Guy. Got nice guys finish last. Girls like a bad boy. Girls like a bad boy. You never really hear guys be like, yeah, I just want some like crazy bitch. I just want a crazy girl. You never hear that.
Not one of those.
Is she making it okay for guys to be like, I don't know, Amber Heard? Like, before Amber Heard, who was the crazy girl out there?
Who was the Kurt Cobain's? I mean, this is back
Courtney
in the day.
Love.
Courtney Love was a
20
badass.
years ago.
Yeah, that was a badass.
Yeah.
If, just right off the top, that was the badass.
Is there any
chick.
other girls that come to mind that are the crazy girl?
She
Like,
she reminds
what's
me
the
of
girl
her.
who does the slut walk? I think her name is.
Oh, Amber.
I think her name is Amber.
Another
yeah.
Amber.
Amber. She's bald.
Yeah.
She dated Kanye.
But Amber slut walk.
Yeah. Amber.
That was a bad. Damn, I went 20 years back.
She did it with Khalifa.
Rose.
Amber Rose.
Amber
Amber
Rose.
Rose,
Thank
got
you.
you.
Thank you, Derek.
That's a Kanye chick, right? Oh yeah.
Yes. She, for me, that was a crazy girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Like, I'm trying to think what other girls are the crazy girl. I don't think Kim Kardashian's that crazy.
Yeah.
J-Lo's not insane.
No,
Right.
hell no.
Okay, so is Amber Heard the new face of the crazy bitch?
She.
I would give her that title.
You
yeah,
would.
Yeah.
Okay.
After hearing all this, 100%.
Now, in your crew, ladies, and then we'll come to the gentlemen, is there the girl that you're friends with, like, oh, Sarah? Sarah's the crazy girl. You don't want to mess with Sarah. How does that work in girl cliques? Is there like the crazy girls? There's the sweet girl. Like Kelly, you're clearly the sweet girl. You know, Natalya's like more the spicy Latina. She'll cut you if you do something wrong, but not until you do something wrong. Do girls have like a crazy girl?
There's like a crazy meter, I would say, but
Yeah.
every girl delivers their crazy different.
Ooh, explain that.
So
love
like
that.
one girl could be like physical, like I got a friend who I'm not gonna say names.
I got a friend.
No, this wasn't me, but I
Let's hear it.
enjoyed
Yeah.
watching her like be crazy. So like I don't know
wow.
if that makes me crazy.
It's a show.
But anyway, she was somebody who liked to express her anger like physically. So she went and like egged his car and like did stuff like that.
She's the key of the car girl.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know, like
God.
more of a
Ugh.
physical, like I physically saw that I hurt this person.
Yeah.
Not like person, but like their stuff.
Yeah.
And then you also have crazy who are like verbally, you know,
Yeah,
they can
what
get really
happens there?
nasty. You know, they verbal abuse.
Like, you ain't
know, like
shit,
they,
you
they
ain't-
threaten, they say terrible things, and sometimes people's words can affect people worse than you physically breaking something of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a matter of like what type of crazy you want, because I think those are the two main ones that girls
Physical and verbal.
Physical and verbal.
I think, piggybacking off Natalya, some girls that can't get physical with her because he's being that guy, they're like, I'm gonna fucking key, because that key in the car, bro, that would take.
I'd rather you punch me right in the face.
Punch me as I was just gonna punch me. Shit in my car. Don't fucking key the guy. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like that. And then, like, and mind you, the crazy verbal thing. I was at a mall in California once, and there was a huge argument. And he's like, the guy just left with like, "Hey, you stupid bitch." And her talking shit. She goes, "Oh, I'm the bitch." There's an audience now. She goes, "At least I ain't the one that get a finger in his ass." And it was like, whoa,
it's all out there.
It was because he said bitch, and she went to another level. To another level.
So that's the crazy girl side of things. I'm trying to think for the guys, like the crazy guy. Obviously, the guy, I'll fight somebody right now, bro.
Or showing
fight
up,
somebody.
or the guy that shows up like where you said you're gonna go with other people, and he's just there like, "What are you?" And you're like, "What the fuck are you doing here? I didn't invite you." And then just show up, you know what I'm saying? But then there's a physical. But
yeah, so for guys, it's mostly like a guy you can talk as much shit as you want to be like, yeah, okay, like, cool.
Exactly.
I'll talk.
Yeah.
It's really like the guys are like the guys. They're not so much like the guys that I think are the craziest aren't so much the guys that are gonna try to fight you. It's the guys that are like, oh yeah, bro. They take a bottle, smash it on their own head. I'm crazy. It's like,
what are you doing?
Like if this guy's willing to smash a bottle on his head, I'm good. I'm going to politely walk away. Best wishes, sir.
Yeah.
But so guys, it's a little more physical, whether it's to others or to themselves.
Exactly.
Or I think men can be like for me, I'll call a man crazy like they lie and they believe their lies. That's you're fucking crazy.
Ooh,
yeah, that's the
Explain that.
Like, you know, I catch you cheating on a date physically, I see you, and then tomorrow, you know, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was home yesterday. I have pictures. They're like, and you show them a picture, like, no, that's not me. I didn't have that
You know
shirt.
who's to blame from that, though, right?
Who?
Shaggy. It wasn't me.
I
saw you coming in the sofa.
It wasn't me.
That's how that going on the counter.
It wasn't
Shaggy,
me.
thank you for the great alibi for all men. Now all men are liars. Actually, I got to give a shout out to a recent podcast. I think it was with Rolo and all our friends that when Rolo Tomasi comes here, love having him on. We talked about what's worse for a woman, a cheater or a liar. Remember we discussed that? What do you think the answer was?
I'm going to say the liar because he's lying about the shit that he's doing. A cheater just
they
like, I am
said,
doing it.
okay, I get it. Guys cheat, whatever.
Yeah.
But be a fucking man and own it.
Yeah, exactly.
Being
I
a
agree.
liar on top of it just makes you look weak.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Say it.
damn.
I fucked up. Saying I fucked up.
Because
and just,
quite admittedly, I've been on both sides of the equation.
Yes.
I've been the cheater. I've been the liar. I've been cheated on. I've been lied to, blah, blah, blah. It's not, but the lying, there's like an element of like, how dumb do you think I am?
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
I saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not
Stupid.
I get it. People cheat. But don't take my stupid face for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that's what you're talking about right here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The lying.
Okay.
And age and maturity. I mean, like, dude, like I was a maniac when I was young. I was in the military. I was a piece of shit. And if you're listening, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I was young. If you're out
This
there,
is Vinny's apology tour right now.
Yeah, Vinny's
All
like
of you.
confessional. I'm sorry, but dude, young and then getting with people that are young and the ages are off and you're just immature and you don't know how to handle your testosterone and her estrogen. And it's just for you, and especially if you're gonna be cheating, like unless it's like an open thing where they both know, like grow the fuck up. That's why you don't date young, crazy people.
Yeah, well, I think also relationships
crazy people.
tend to
Goddamn
make
right.
people crazy.
Absolutely.
I've said this story before that I wasn't a crazy person, and the girl I was married to briefly at the time, she was a very bubbly, young, just like attractive girl. But when you put two people together, there's egos, there's elements, there's family, there's disputes. The toxic stuff happens.
Yeah.
And I told the story where like one day I was like, yeah, babe, I don't think this is working out. And I kind of was like attempting, don't break up with me, I'll kill myself. She like started taking pills at the house.
Manipulation.
I'm like, what is like now she's like in another happy relationship. I think like, imagine if she would have killed herself
my
over
God,
fucking
dude.
this guy. What? Like, I get it, you're kind of a catch and all that, but that's how crazy things happen. That's kind of what is happening here.
Yeah.
I think in itself, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, Johnny a cuckoo dude out there, all right? He's already a wild, flamboyant, weird, kooky guy. Don't think he's abusive. That's just, but wild and kooky. Amber, party girl, fun girl, young, hot, lands Johnny Depp.
Yep.
I think she can be like, how crazy can I turn up the temperature here?
Isn't he also a little party?
Oh yeah,
too?
He's not innocent in being a crazy person, being a drug addict.
Yeah.
Party.
So would you say they start on pretty fair spectrums? I would say Johnny Depp is maybe a little more loved because he has more of that
notoriety.
Disney crowd.
100%.
He has more of those.
Way more love,
You
Natalya.
know, I know way more
love.
love. You know, she was like on Aquaman, so that was kind of like her like bringing the kids on to love
She's
her
on
a
like
bit.
a movie.
Yeah.
She was on Pineapple Express.
So, but that's what
Let's
I
pull
mean.
up their movies. Not right now, but you are right. There's a certain. It takes like Dave Chappelle did a skit like you know how to say the opposites attract. Okay, to an extent, but you can't be completely polarizingly opposite. Meaning, one of you can't be a crackhead, and then the other one's like, I'm going to church, honey.
Yeah.
It's like
crackheads
and churchgoers don't mix.
And you can't. And Adam, you can't do this shit. Like she would probably rev him up and make him go fucking bananas, and then put the iPhone and then record him where he's just slamming shit. He's like pouring a glass of wine. He's like, you can't, like, come on.
I could see that.
You're recording it and putting it out there, and she did that, right, Kel? She had videos of where obviously she fucking revved him up, and then she put the camera, and then it's actually a dope video. He's like, you know what? I wasn't gonna fucking drink, and he takes the biggest carafe and just whoop, whoop, you hear whoop, 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 and he was spending $35,000 a month on wine, bro.
Yeah, how much was he spending on wine? Is that accurate right there?
There was reports that at one point Johnny Depp was spending, I'm gonna say 25 to 35. Bro, he's Jack Sparrow.
He's
bro.
real life drunkard Jack Sparrow.
No, and if I was him, to be honest with you, Adam, I would have worn the Jack Sparrow outfit the entire time at court. People would have been like, "Oh shit," they would have loved you more, bro, and talk like him.
Count the Jack Sparrow.
It was 31,000.
31,000. So I stand corrected.
That's in 1 month.
In a month.
Nearly every month. So
Every month.
It says he spent over $75 million on a private island and about $31,000 on wine nearly every month.
Boss.
See, but then how do you say she's the party girl? She's this.
No,
I don't think
that's my point. Is they're both in this relationship?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's the party girl, who's the party guy. They brought out the worst in each other
right.
after they
By
got
the way,
married.
you know whose relationship is just like this? Just like this. Fucking everyone's. The
I-
only problem is they're in the tabloids.
Yep.
Okay.
And why
when
are
I
they
say
in the
everyone,
tabloids?
but I mean there's couples out there. They party, they drink, they argue. This is so normal. If this happens in a trailer park, it's like, well, that's just the trailer park for you. But it happens in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's a cult TV movies.
Tammy shit on his bed again. Like that was last week too,
Tammy
brother.
for you, buddy. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that, you know, cutting across all socioeconomic, angles, all socioeconomic categories, whether you're white, black, yellow, green, blue, whatever, male, female, trans, everyone has these types of issues. 100%. And they just manifested into pop culture because of who these people are.
1,000%.
We've all had these issues.
Yep.
We've all had arguments with the boyfriend or the girlfriend. We've all gone crazy. We've all had this. But it's because of... But we're not suing our ex for $50 million or $100 million.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only difference here.
Right.
And we don't have cameras other than here in Tainment.
And not just suing. I'm not going around writing an article about how I was abused by so-and-so at this specific time, at this specific...
Let's go through the timeline here, then we'll open it up to more dialogue.
Okay.
All right, so there's a history of the relationship. 2009, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard meet while filming The Rum Diary in 2009. The irony, they meet on a movie set featuring rum.
Weird.
And alcohol. The movie was released in 2011, and they officially got together in 2012. By the way, pretty sure Amber Heard was dating Elon Musk at that point. So not sure what happened there, but she left Elon Musk, who was not yet Elon Musk that we know now.
He was just Elon.
there.
He was Elon.
Just Elon. He was worth only a couple bill, not a couple
whatever.
$100 billion at that point. So they officially get together in 2012. 2014, they get engaged. So they've known each other 5 years, certainly before they get engaged. 2015, they get married. Boom, boom, boom.
Adam, are they partying? Are they partying throughout this? You think? Are they?
Yes.
Are they getting fucked up and
Yes.
high? Okay, all
They
right.
met on the Rum Diary.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They didn't meet at Kindergarten Cop. Okay? They're at the
They're getting
Rum
shitty.
Diary.
Okay, they're getting shitty
Did
already.
anyone see that movie?
No, I
I'm
haven't.
sure it had a lot of alcohol and
Yeah.
possibly some reading and a diary in it. I don't know. So they're married for 1 year, and in 2015, they get married. 2016, she files for divorce, gets a restraining order against him, and she receives a $7 million divorce settlement. So she got $7 million for the divorce. Go ahead, Kels.
Which, by the way, she promised that she was going to donate.
Oh, yeah.
And it was revealed in the trial that she still hasn't done it yet.
I remember that.
Right.
And
And
that
now-
the lawyer Camille Vasquez was like, so whatever happened with that $7 million? She's like, yeah, I pledged it. And she was like, yeah, you pledged it. Did you donate it though?
Yeah.
She's like, well, to me, a pledge is a donation. No,
it's not.
that's like the Seinfeld episode. You can take the order, but did you reserve the order? Yeah. Hey, by the way, I'm gonna like, for instance, when PBD did the Obama Trump, he wants to have a debate and wants to have a sit down. People started pledging money, but it never happened. Somebody had to give the money.
you.
Yeah.
A pledge is not a donation. So
Right.
sorry, Amber. The $7 million is, you could have pledged
Plus-
$100 million. You didn't do anything.
You pledge your allegiance.
Plus
You
what
don't
she-
give
Pledge
it.
your allegiance.
You don't
didn't
give
fight
it.
for your country.
Goddamn right.
That's a veteran right there. Air Force. Thank you for that.
We love that.
And that's 6 years ago that she was supposed to do that, right? After the divorce. I don't know what the timeline was, but now she owes that. Plus
Oh, wow, she's
the
done.
$10 million.
Yeah, but I don't know if she
now.
actually owes that. She's going to be called a liar.
Yeah, oh,
she's
good
already
point, good point,
she's
good
already
point.
screwed. in
But
that.
so in 2017, the divorce was finalized. Then, dun dun dun, in 2018, she published an article in The Sun calling Mr. Depp, or she didn't use his name, I don't think, a wife beater, prompting him to file a lawsuit in 2018. So this trial has been 3-4 years in the making.
So this was the Sun article. That was a separate trial in the British court,
Yeah, it's different.
Separate
which
trial.
he lost.
Now, why did he lose that
he
one?
sued for libel and he lost because this is the
Were they
difference.
living in London or something?
This is the difference between these two cases. So the Sun is a publication in wherever.
The UK.
Yeah,
UK.
in the
Yep.
UK. So and that one was for libel. So because they called him a wife beater, there is documented abuse in this relationship, right? There was physical proof.
Wow.
So he lost. This case here for the Washington Post was for defamation. So this is why he won this one, because she went and published that op-ed, which wasn't honest.
And you should be like that. This is a wake up call to be careful what the hell you say. She didn't even say his name, bro. She just said this person, because he's a public figure, it was enough meat to go after him. Like, because they're like, well, who else would it be? I'm
Right.
with you. I was your ex.
Yeah.
Don't talk shit. So be careful out there. Whoever's talking shit about famous people, or you know what I mean, watch what you say.
There were 3 counts that the jury said yes to. Johnny Depp did, and his lawyers did prove that this obviously references him.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
she didn't say his name, but all the allegations were there.
You say my name. By the way, a couple more notes. You might have
what I
just said
wanted to
this.
tell
So Miss Heard put her name down as a ghostwriter in the Washington Post op-ed in which she did not name Mr. Depp, which she wrote, then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. So that was part of that op-ed right there. 2019, Depp sued her for the defamation for that article.
Yep.
In 2020, the judge sided with The Sun, the publication, The Sun, upholding 12 of the 14 alleged assaults by Mr. Depp against Mrs. Heard, saying the great majority of alleged assaults had been proven to be the civil standard. So that was in the UK. And again, what happened in that? What was the final verdict in that trial?
So he lost, basically.
He lost.
He lost because he had sued saying it was libel, like it's not true, I'm not a wife beater. But it was technically by law enforced because there was physical altercations between the two of them.
Them fighting, cops being called, all
Right.
that stuff.
So that was a separate one. And then in 2022 of this year is when this trial started that's been taking over social media.
Got it. I do want to read Johnny Depp's rebuttal. By the way, we are going to be taking your questions in the super chat at the end of the episode, but let's get to Johnny Depp's response. Can we make that a little bit bigger? Johnny Depp, upon hearing the news, he's on the other side of the pond in the UK, right? He's
Rocking
playing in his
out.
band, doing his
Rockstar.
thing. He writes this. I think he tweeted it,
or Instagram.
or possibly
One
he
of
put it
them.
on
On his
social
Instagram,
media, and he wrote, 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and also the lives of the people who for many, many years have supported and believed in me were forever changed. All in the blink of an eye. False. Very serious and criminal allegations were levied at me via the media, which triggered an endless barrage of hateful content, although no charges were ever brought against me. It had already traveled around the world twice within a nanosecond, and it had been a seismic impact on my life and my career. Depp goes on, and now 6 years later, the jury gave me my life back. I am truly humbled. Scroll down if you would, Kelly. He then goes on to say, my decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of the legal hurdles that I would be facing and the inevitable worldwide spectacle into my life, and it has been a spectacle, was only made after considerable thought. Meaning he was like, do I want to do this?
Yeah, he doesn't need the money. You don't need the money.
From the very beginning, the goal was bringing this case to reveal the truth and nothing but the truth, regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing that I have finally accomplished that. I have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and colossal support and kindness from around the world. I hope that my quest to have the truth be told will have helped others, men or women. He was very important about that, men or women who have found themselves in my situation, and in those supporting them never give up. I also hope that the position will now return to innocent until proven guilty, both within the courts and in the media. He's basically calling out cancel culture right there, which we'll talk about in a second. He concludes with this. I wish to acknowledge the noble work of the judge, the jurors, the court staff, and the sheriffs who have sacrificed their own time to get to this point, and to my diligent and unwavering legal team who did an extraordinary job in helping me to share the truth. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun. Scroll down. And then he writes in Latin, Veritas numquam perith. We just lost it, which meant?
Truth never perishes.
Truth never perishes.
Hey.
Love, Johnny.
Pirates
P.S. Fuck you, Amber.
Pirates of the Caribbean coming next year. Like
Exactly.
He just, drop it.
Promoted that.
Let's go.
Classy response. I'm sure that's been crafted for weeks in advance. Vinny, your thoughts on this response?
I mean, eloquently put. I mean, obviously his lawyer, the lawyers obviously, I mean, put all that. I'm pretty sure he puts his 2 cents in. But bro, I understand toxic relationships. I've been in. I'm 44 years old. I've been in a few. The level of where these people are at, and the motives and the money and bro. You don't understand. None of us understand. Even if you have rich and famous friends, which we do, that are out there, you don't understand the level of this. But I get what you were saying. It's his lawyers are probably way more expensive and better, and it's a kind of catch-22. But when it comes to the character of this guy, bro, I was telling Natalya and Kelly this outside, bro. This guy is such a G. He would dress up as Jack Sparrow and go on multiple occasions to children's hospitals of kids that had cancer, bro. I'll get choked. It was like just a great to get into that, just and travel around and do it, bro. Like I feel for him. I understand that the pain and stuff he went through. I 100% believe that him and her were drunk and probably hit each other, which I do not condone, guys hitting girls. But dude, you ever been in a moment where she's hitting you and you got to fight her off and you got to hold it? I can only imagine. But I mean, I'm team Johnny, and I'm just happy that, I'm saying, guys finally got a fucking victory, bro. We finally got just one time where I even feel weird celebrating to be like, yay, Johnny. Yeah, we
got it.
We believe all women. She's hurt the believe all women movement, which kind of shows you that you can't believe every single.
Yeah, believe all women. That's a slippery slope right there.
Yeah, you can't say every pizza's good because I've eaten some shitty pizza.
I love pizza. Even bad pizza is good pizza.
Exactly.
On the floor.
Natalya, do you want to respond to what Johnny had to say?
I think this was the first, I guess, thing that he was able to put together that really connected, I guess, his audience with how he was feeling. I think this was a really good message. I think it was a great way for him to end the trial. I feel like you read this and you can feel somebody's sense of peace. This is finally done. Mm-hmm. This has not affected just me. It's affected my life, my family. So I think it was a very well put together message. And I think it was a very classy way to end his trial with what's going on.
Yeah, I agree. he was very vocal about his kids. You forget that he's a dad.
Yeah.
He's got real stuff going on here.
Right.
You know, he's been a sex symbol, a movie superstar, A-list actor, Captain, Jack Sparrow, all that and above. Drunk, fun guy, party guy.
Yeah.
But he is a father. He is a human. He does have a life. Yeah. So it's good to get, I guess, that the human qualities out of him.
Do they have kids together, Adam? Do they have
I don't know if they do. Kelly would
so.
know that. I don't think they have
so.
kids together.
I don't.
Kids from
Does
his
she even
previous-
have kids?
Got you.
No, I don't think
I don't
she
think
has
so.
kids. No.
Okay, who does she date next? Is it a famous guy?
question.
Is it a low key guy?
My money's on a low key guy.
Is it a lawyer?
Well, she was in an elevator with James Franco. I don't know when they were still dating. Weren't they?
She had a little Franco thing
Oh yeah,
going on.
the elevator camera was on.
By the way,
yeah.
if you're a Hollywood publicist or a Hollywood agent or a Hollywood manager, and you have a client, who's a middle of the road actor, good looking guy, hasn't really made it though. You know what you're recommending that he does? Hey, you go find Mrs. Heard
right now,
and you go woo her pants off.
Yep.
Because that guy's going to be on the cover of every time. Quote me now.
Yep.
Whoever ends up with Amber Heard, the tabloids are going to be coming after this guy like crazy. By the way, I don't know if it's going to be the same thing for when Johnny Depp dates again. Yes, it'll create news. Johnny Depp dates model number 7 from Island number 4. Not going to be breaking news. Amber Heard's got a new dude in her life. The world's want to know about that.
Yeah,
Am I wrong on that?
No, you're right.
I agree. It's almost like Pete Davidson, who I don't. And this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is a fact. I don't find him funny, but he just was a B-level celebrity. You're banging Kim Kardashian, bro. You're that guy.
Well, he's kind of like it was somehow Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Somehow Kate Beckinsale. There's a few others, and then Kim K. The guy must have a huge personality.
Yeah, over here.
Because we've seen his jokes.
humor.
The jokes ain't that good.
There, but his personality is huge.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got good teeth.
Yeah, and the teeth. Yeah.
He's got good
Yeah,
teeth.
he got good teeth too.
Okay. I've never heard a girl say, I'm
They're
kind of
huge.
just like into his teeth.
Oh my god, like they're so big.
Never
and white.
heard that in
Teeth
my
are
life.
important.
Okay, so Amber introduced her daughter. By the way, what I would love to know, so Johnny Depp, A-list Hollywood actor. We're gonna go see some of his movies that he's done.
I love
We're
them.
gonna compare that to Amber Heard's movies that she's done. Let's start with hers.
Okay.
Okay?
She's got.
These are the best movies that Amber Heard has ever done. Okay?
Is that Johnny in the living room for
She's
Rum
done
Diary?
Aquaman in 2018. She's done The Rum Diary in 2011, where she met Johnny Depp. She's, I guess, Drive Angry 2011.
Well, look at all her pre-production,
Machete?
Adam. Look at all her pre-production.
She also did the
She's about to
Justice
work.
League.
She's about to work, bro. She's in. So she was in a new Aquaman. That's
Okay.
in post-production, and now she's already in pre-production for. Dude, she's a hot commodity, bro.
Well,
She's
we'll
gonna sell
see.
tickets.
Keep going. She was in The Stand. That's a TV miniseries. Aquaman. Was Aquaman pretty big, guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
pretty
Okay,
big.
Aquaman was big.
Justice League was pretty big.
Justice League was pretty big.
Magic Mike.
She was in Magic Mike XXL, not the
The
original.
Adderall Diaries.
The Adderall dies. That's like the drug. Okay.
Obviously.
I want to say she was in Pineapple Express, though.
She was in Zombieland.
Pineapple Express.
right here.
Yeah.
Pull up a picture of young Amber Heard, Pineapple Express. That's the first time I saw her, and I was like,
She's hot.
who's that?
Yeah, she's cute.
She was also in that fight movie with that really handsome actor.
Which one?
She
Images.
Oh wow, she was. Dude, look what drugs do to you, huh? She was young and happy. Don't do drugs.
Go to the
everyone.
one on top left with Seth Rogen.
top left.
Dude.
It's okay.
Anyway, she was young and hot. That's the first time I saw
Very
her.
young and hot.
But not A-lister
No,
at all.
definitely not.
And certainly her looks aren't A-lister at this point.
No.
But I have a point here. Let's go to Johnny Depp's
Movies.
Movie. And mind
Greatest
you, Adam,
movies he's ever done.
I'm a movie buff, bro.
Okay.
So this guy's
Pirates of the Caribbean.
But he's older than her, so he's had more time too.
True
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure.
True
for
that.
Sure.
Edward, but that's
he's arguably the most versatile actor of
Character
the
actor
generation.
ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Love it.
Eddie Scissorhands.
Amazing.
Sweeney Todd. That's another.
My brother's favorite movie.
That's
Is it
another.
really?
Who made that movie? Tim Burton. Another
yeah,
Tim Burton.
Tim
Burton movie.
Another Pirates of the Caribbean. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Great.
The Tourist.
I actually like that movie.
Secret Window. Keep going. Pirates of the Caribbean. Another one. Dead Man's Chest.
Great-
Alice in Wonderland.
Great one.
Le Chocolat.
Chocolate.
Beautiful
Finding
movie.
Neverland,
This
which
one
I
made
think
me
is an
cry.
underrated great movie. What? Finding
Cool.
Neverland?
Yes, I love that
If it
movie.
made Kelly cry, it's obviously a great movie.
It made
I mean,
me cry.
It's really good.
Pirates of the Caribbean. How many Pirates of the goddamn Caribbean
Dude,
are
it's
there?
too
Isn't
many.
there 5? Wait, there's 6.
Okay. I
think
Five?
6.
Five.
The Brave.
Not anymore.
Keep
Oh, yeah,
going.
true.
Cry Baby,
Oh, yeah.
ironically, great movie. That was from, I want to say,
Sleepy
late 80s,
Hollow.
1990s. Sleepy Hollow. The Ninth Gate.
Rango.
Rango. The Libertine. Public Enemies. Gangster
that
movie.
was a good
That
movie.
was
Fear
great.
and Loathing Las Vegas. What a movie.
20th? Wow.
What a movie.
And did you guys know this?
That's only the top
And it goes-
20.
So here's
Yeah.
my point. You can be an A-list celebrity icon actor.
Yeah.
Be the man. You have your pick of the litter. And I don't mean to be crass. You can get with... By the way, you're a certified stud. Good looking. Like, go to him in Cry Baby. Pull that up.
Dude.
Look what this guy looked like in Cry Baby. You could be with any girl you want.
Yeah.
You pick Amber Heard, I assume because she's attractive. Okay? Not so much because she's an amazing
Look at that guy.
actress. He picks her. B-list actress, right? B-list actress. Attractive, not supermodel hot. There's a storyline there. And I'm trying to put my finger on it, but an A-list Hollywood actor icon can have his entire empire brought down by just being in a toxic, crazy relationship with a crazy girl.
They must have had amazing sex or something. There was something that was just like, I got to keep coming back to this. Because that's what I think when it comes to a relationship like that, what makes that, is it like a psychiatry thing that you could tell me?
Yeah.
What makes you keep going back to that?
What makes me keep going to this is I'm hearing Rolo in my voice that he is a high value beta male. He's blue pill, high value. Like if you're a red pill man, meaning like again, this is Rolo giving him a shout out. He's gonna say, I'm the freaking man in this relationship. What I say goes. If not, you can hit the door and go hang out with whatever B-list actor you want. You're in my world, Johnny Depp world, and this is how it goes. There's no, none of these games are being played here. Understand who you're working with. By the way, you know who probably has these exact same conversations? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so
Right.
maybe he's one of the few guys as big and sexier and a hot commodity as big as Johnny Depp, right? How many can you put on that list, right? He just goes through women like, all right, cool. It's not working out great. Love you. Peace, bye. Never domestic violence issues. Never drama.
Leo must have a great, like a filter.
He's like red pill. I understand my role as the alpha male. You get in line. I lead. You follow. This is how it goes. Something with Johnny Depp is off. Something he wasn't man enough to say like, baby, you're living in my house. These are my rules. We can have fun. We can get crazy. But at the end of the day, like, I'm the leader here.
Yeah. I believe
Most
I agree.
girls are going to say, yes, sir, Mr. Depp. Most girls. Am I wrong on that, Natalya?
No, I think you're right. I think, especially like in his caliber, I would understand a lot of women saying like, yes, I will follow you. Now, I do think because Amber does have a little bit of credibility in the celebrity world, not as much. I think that gave her or made her feel like, she also is coming in from like that masculine side. Like, no, I'm not gonna listen to you. Like, I have credibility too. I'm on my come up. I'm younger, so maybe she has a little bit more of like, I don't really care what you have to say. I love you and I'll be with you, but like, I think he allowed her to cross a line of like that authority, and once you cross the line in a relationship, you can't uncross
It's over. Yeah, you're not going backwards.
Have you ever dated a guy way more powerful than you? When I say powerful, more fame, more clout, more money, more resources, and it's been a wide margin.
What do you mean a wide margin?
Like, it's not even close. It's not like, he does a little bit better than me. You have.
Yeah.
And in that situation, was he like, listen, here's how it's gonna, like, how did those roles work?
It did kind of lead in that direction of like, I'm in charge. It's kind of like how I want to lead. And I think because I was also in like a younger place, I was more focused on like me, myself, and what I wanted to do. So like that, I couldn't get like, I couldn't even like mend to that. Like
your brain didn't process. I need to be a little bit more compliant, submissive.
Yeah, a little more submissive to this man because, he's going to have my future and
what
all
was
this
the
stuff.
age difference?
Oh, you're supposed to be like this on the camera. Oh my God. I was 21, and he was 30. 31?
Okay, not crazy.
That's not
Not
nuts.
too bad.
I thought she was going to guess.
If you said 51.
No. But when it came down to like successes, it was very far off of differences.
Well, you were 21 at the time. You hadn't really got started. And
but that also takes a big play in like how, like, as a woman, I wouldn't say like insecure, but in a way there is that insecurity of like, well, I by myself live a life of like, I don't have that financial security. I don't have a career. I don't have that. So like, it makes you feel insecure. Like, this person is going to choose me and bring me up. I need to like submit to them. I need to listen to them. But, also you have to think about like, what do you want? I think sometimes a lot of women get lost in like, oh, this person is going to give me the life that I want and they're going to give me everything I want and blah, blah, blah. Like they stop thinking like, what do they want? They're just so caught up in like what their life could be that they don't consider like what they want.
Gotcha.
And a lot of people, I feel like they end up in relationships where like, I've seen it where like women, like they're very like silenced. Like the man chooses like,
I don't like that.
And I think there has to be a balance and an understanding and even a maturity level. I think also being as young as I was, I wasn't as mature to be in a relationship like that, understanding like what my future would be. Because honestly, if I would have stayed in that relationship, I probably would be on my like second kid
Probably
by now.
it was a wrap.
And my life
you're
would
25 now?
I'm 25.
You're
Okay, so what's the valuable lesson that you took away from being in that type of relationship, being young, attractive, 21, dating a guy, high value man, 31, successful? What do you know now that you didn't know 5 years ago?
I think, 5 years ago, I had the mindset of like, I wanted to build myself. I wanted to like get to know myself, have a career and do all those things. But like now when you get older as a woman, especially, I feel like now you're thinking marriage, kids. So
your biological clock in your head.
Yeah, your
like,
clock is like,
there.
I need to find me a husband soon.
So that was not in your mind
That
at
was not in
2021,
my mind.
but it's in your mind at 25.
Right.
When did that change?
I think it changed around age like my late in 23. When I was 23, I was like, Natalya, like you should be at least considering a husband or like dating in that realm of dating.
Got it.
Because after I dated that individual, it was after I dated and I was prepared to like marry and have kids. So like after doing that and then going into like now you're single, now you get to have the life that you said you wanted. It made me feel like I was more in a rush to find somebody after because I felt like the ideal life of a woman I had, but it didn't work out. And now it's like, oh crap, I got to find it again. I got to find it someone else. And so I think it's just a matter of like where women are at. Like you have to think about like when a woman's like 21, 22, like it's so easy to get caught up in like, oh, I want to get married and have kids. And like you end up marrying like a bum and have kids with a husband who can't be a really good father, And don't get me wrong, like it's important for me, like it's important for a woman to get married and have kids, in my opinion. I think that's part of like what women are supposed to do. But when you're 21, it's like you don't really know how to pick even what food to eat for lunch. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know who
so
you
it's
are
like,
right
how am
now.
I gonna pick on? Oh, he's cute. Oh, he bought me dinner. I want to marry him. But it's like his life is a mess.
No. Can I'm gonna respond to what you said because we talked about this on the podcast the other day, and then I want to get your thoughts, Vinny, on the dating, and I'll ask you the same question. But the 20s are not equal for men and women.
Right.
Your early 20s, 18 to 22, very equal. Graduate, college, work, enter the real world, have fun, get crazy, do stupid things. It's all great. Your early 20s as a woman, you could take a few years, 21, 22, 23. By the time you're 24, 25, something needs to go off to say, okay, I can't just
It's time.
like hoe it up out there much longer. For a guy, take all the time you want. Waste your 20s, waste your mid 20s, waste your late 20s, waste your early 30s. It's a lot different. Why? Biologically, women need to start having kids by the time they're in their early 30s, give or take.
Right.
Some women can wait a little bit longer. Some women, okay. Men, you see men having kids in their 40s, 50s.
I just met a guy who said that his dad just had a kid. He was like 72.
That's insane.
He
That's
just had a
insane,
kid.
but it's
What?
possible.
It's
there's
possible.
no,
If you can
there's
get it
no
up, you
ladies
can
out
do
there.
it.
It's like, yeah, I'm a grandma. I just had a kid too. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you didn't, grandma.
That's those are my twins.
So what you're saying is very important, Natalya. A woman has to realize the mate and who they're going to be with and getting their shit together way quicker than a guy. It's no secret.
Yeah.
Women mature faster than men.
100%.
That's no secret that men tend to date younger, more attractive women because it's just kind of part of culture.
And I think it's a kind of a good thing that men do date younger women because not like, kids, but like younger women because it does mature women. After that relationship when I dated him, my next relationship was very much like a mature. It was a great relationship.
you knew what was up. You were like,
I was like, you could be the future husband.
You could
Okay.
be,
Yeah, you
but
could
you ain't
be,
good enough,
but
buddy.
you-
You're cut.
Yeah, you're done.
Vincenzo,
yeah,
you said you're 44.
yeah.
You've never been married?
Never been married.
No kids?
No kids.
What's your longest relationship?
I've lived with a couple girls for like 4 years,
Okay.
3 years. I just
Have you ever dated a girl who made significantly more than you?
significantly more than me in LA, but not like crazy. But yeah, I had some girls that.
What's
did
the
some-
most where it's like, okay, I made X and she was, what was that power dynamic?
I'll say like how much.
I don't
more
even
money?
know the amounts, but like she made 20% more than you, 50% more than you. She was super successful. She was a Hollywood actress and she was killing it.
She was. This girl was one of the early ones that were doing that webcam, whatever. It was weird. Okay, I'm not judging it, whatever. But she was just balling, bro. Just had money.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those videos where
Yeah.
you hear the girl, you hear just perverts in like Nebraska, like drooling over my girl, just wearing lingerie. And it wasn't nothing crazy, but just making money. It was awkward for me because she was gifting all the time and take this and take my car. I knew it wasn't gonna work out because I couldn't have that.
Yeah.
That dichotomy didn't work. I couldn't have her be.
Did that affect your mental state?
100%. And don't get me wrong, I was still making money, but she was so like, just here and take this, and it sucks. Well, how many times could you be like, no? You're like, all right, I'll take the car.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
But so the relationship, because you've had other relationships where you've been more the breadwinner, the earner.
yeah, I was paying the rent,
And you're paying the rent and the girl lives with you. That power dynamic, does that work a little bit better?
I feel like equal. I feel like that if the dude, this is my personal experience, if the guy is kind of in charge, taking the reins, dude, don't get me wrong, have your career, do your thing, make your money, have the kids. Bro, my mom was a G, worked, raised 3 kids. My dad never changed bro, my dad never picked up her legs, wiped her, none of that. It was old school Middle Eastern. So, to have a woman that, does her thing and whatever, but still, I think you have to let the guy be the guy. You feel me? Like, just attitude. And I'm not saying be like, hey, I'm in charge of the fucking house. But you got to let them be the fucking
Men
alpha.
lead, women follow. This is what they
that's why
say.
men, I mean, and obviously being a man now, it's masculine, toxic, whatever the fuck. It's like, bro, we're dudes. We have testosterone. Like, we came from, like, Neanderthals. That shit
Give me
is
your
in our
best
D-
Neanderthal. You're about to do it.
Like, I always said
You
this.
did that well.
Back
no?
in the day, like in the caveman days, like how did if a caveman saw a girl with no language, did he just go, ugh? Like, ugh. It's like, and Alex is like, like go to the cave, and she was like, and he's like, that was club, we're going to the cave.
That's a bit right there, by the way.
We
Love
just did
that
it
bit.
live. Sauce money.
Hey, Eric, how much time we got left, buddy?
We got 15 minutes.
Thanks, Derek.
I thought his name was Eric.
Yeah, but sometimes, it's
Add a little
Derek.
D in there.
Whatever.
Sometimes he can be a D head, so
OV.
but we love that guy.
We love you, Eric.
None of this would be possible without that guy. The reason that I have this conversation because it goes back to the concept of hypergamy. The concept of hypergamy is the act of dating up or marrying up your socioeconomic class. Women do this. It's been stated that women will only be serious or date with men across or above them.
Got you.
Meaning if a woman's making 50 grand, she'll date a guy making 50 and all the way up.
Agreed.
She ain't dating some dude that's working the counter at McDonald's for $12 an hour. Facts?
Facts.
A guy, if he's making 50 grand, he'll date whatever and whatever.
Yeah.
Like no matter what.
Yep.
So Amber Heard, successful, Natalya said, she's kind of doing her come up thing. She's not going to date some schlub. She's only going to go after guys equal or Johnny Depp on the atmosphere.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's kind of part of the concept that I'm talking about here because, and we've alluded to this, but I'll just say it again. The Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, we're not obsessed with it because it's them. It's because it's all of us that are dating women out of our league, men out of our league, younger, hotter women, older, more put together men. Money's involved. Who's paying divorce settlements? You get drunk, fights, arguments. This is the society that we live in today. It's just amplified because it's Hollywood vibes.
Right.
But there's a lot of this that goes on with all of us.
Everybody,
Yeah.
bro. This isn't like a out of the blue. Oh my God, people have shitty relationships. I mean, it's weird. I think I might have mentioned this in the bullpen like a week ago. I'm like, notice how this is what I remember. The OJ would do. There was murder and it was insane mystery. Whoa, this guy's racist. Holy shit. Notice how this is on TV. Every single day we've been watching it for how long? I don't know who gives it the okay. Who says, okay, let's do it? We talked about Ghislaine Maxwell. Did you even see her? The trial, there was no cameras, no nothing. Mind you, she was the groomer for this piece of shit Epstein. Had the island,
Epstein,
all these people, all this. Well, I didn't see her one time. It was sketches of Ghislaine Maxwell, but this was on TV every day, and it's what we want. Nobody gives a shit about Ghislaine Maxwell. I do. I would rather have seen that.
Yeah.
Like, who would you have on the island? Where are all these people? Give me the fucking names. Where are all these people that had sex with all these?
But that's not what the media wanted.
No,
They
it's no
wanted-
shit. Because guess what?
obsession.
A lot of elite motherfuckers' names would have been
They
involved.
might have been on there. They might have get called out. How are we looking on some super chats?
So we've got a couple.
Okay.
Let me pull them up
Super
here.
chats. Let's go.
The first one is from Burning Wolf.
Burning Wolf. What does
Yeah.
Burning Wolf got to say?
Not all men can defend themselves from a false accusation. Maybe males will no longer be guilty until proven innocent. So I guess it wasn't a question.
That's a great part by the Burning Wolf. We've become, there's a point in society, believe women, believe all women, Me Too. I get it. There's a lot there to be believed. But anytime you use the word all, it's like, all right,
Come on.
There's no room for error whatsoever. Maybe Johnny didn't abuse her. No, he did.
Yeah.
She said it. We got to believe all women. It's like, no, I mean, come on. I mean, really?
Not all.
Yeah. I mean, there's women out. Look, I would say, what percentage of abuse is men on women versus women? Can you Google that actually?
Yeah, the men's going to be way more.
Physical or emotional?
Yeah, well,
Fucking
physical.
Jesus Christ.
But
It should, it should be called, that movie should be called Believe a Lot of Women, but not
I agree.
all.
I would say believe a lot of women.
A lot of women. That
I
would be
believe
the-
a lot of women.
I believe a lot of women.
Because a lot of
Not
men
all.
are piece of shits out there.
Yeah, not all.
But not all of them. Okay? What is this? One in three women and 1 in 4 men have experienced some form of physical violence by an intimate partner. Can you make that bigger?
Yeah, women are aggressive. Y'all playing.
Yeah, it's not
Women
that
are more
skewed.
likely. I
This
feel like
includes a range of
sometimes.
behaviors, i.e. slapping, shoving, pushing, and in some cases might not be considered domestic violence. 1 in 7 women and 1 in 25 men have been injured by an intimate partner.
And that's men that actually admit to being
Exactly.
injured too.
Yes.
And women
Yeah.
also. I guess women are afraid to put it out
a
front out
guy,
too.
okay,
Both ways.
the guy was, I have a handyman around the house. He was telling me, he's like, yeah, I got to get out of here. I know that I said I'd be working till 6 o'clock, but I got to get home. Or, the wife, I'm like, well, what's going on? She's like, well, sometimes she...
Oh, shit, really?
Sometimes she, hits me, bro.
Oh,
I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, she tells me, she kind of, hits me and kicks me, bro.
No.
And I'm like, listen, I'm just a grown man, handyman.
Yeah.
And
Handyman.
I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, she's just kind of her. She's like the feisty Latina kind of girl, She kind of hits me. I'm like, bro, what are you doing about it? I don't know what to do. I'm like,
But you think those things come from how people were raised? You see a lot of Latin families smack their kid. I mean, I don't think sometimes smacking your kid is bad, but I think you find a lot of people being raised with abuse. So
100%.
Their way of checking somebody, even their husband, may automatically be shoving them or slapping them. Physical.
I think
just
so.
because based on how they were raised, that's how they were
They
treated.
perceived it. And I agree 100% with that.
okay.
So-
And
But
Amber-
anyway, I agree with the Burning Wolf that now, it's not just going to be, well, he did it, guilty.
Yeah.
Until proven
I
innocent.
think even now in the courts, they would be more open to cases like this. Good. Because of this case. I think it's given a lot more room for those men who are, getting abused or feel like they're in an abusive relationship to give them hope, yo, speak up.
Yeah,
You may win
exactly.
this
Yeah.
one.
I agree.
So.
Go ahead, Kelly Swelly.
This one is from Victor Oshana. Is that your brother?
It's my
For real?
brother. Oh, God, here
Nice.
He messaged a couple times and I was like, is
we go. What do you
this for
say?
real?
The fact that he's on there, my brother, that's so funny.
I think at some point he commented the Scarlet Letter, but his super chat was, "This is Vinny's brother. Can you ask him how he feels about Amber Heard's chances of landing another role after this verdict?
Oh, another.
Besides her 3 pre-productions, I would say.
Three pre-productions. Be honest. America, people will 100% go to watch her now to see what she looks like now. What does she do? 1,000% she'll sell tickets. 1,000%. She'll be a ticket seller.
Do you think it'll be based on her role? Do you think if she was the lover in a love story versus a crazy girl and something angry? Because I think there would be two different of a
I would do a
crowd.
horror movie and call it The Pooper and just have her shitting on
But people
everybody.
will watch that. But if she was in The Notebook, they're like, oh, this is fake, man.
Yeah, no, she's gonna shit in his bed. Yeah,
Turd her
Vic, I
around
love
the
you.
world.
I love you, my brother.
Is there another chat right there?
There was another super chat. It was for Natalya. They love you. So
What was it?
From Real Femme Sapien, and Natalya is great. Bring her on more.
Real
Yes.
Femme Sapien. That's our
from
friend
Allie.
Allie.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Allie.
Allie Drummond in the house. Red pilling women all over the country.
And Adam,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the last time I bring up the dog, and because she did that in the bed, right? Do you think the dog in the room was like, he's gonna blame me? You better fucking tell him.
All dogs' voices matter.
Matter.
Is what you're trying to say. Believe the dog. He's like,
Yeah.
bro, it wasn't me. Okay, dog.
Yeah, Dad, it's her. Trust
Yeah.
me. There's cocaine in there.
So, guys, let's wrap this thing up. And if there's any more super chats, comments, maybe you can read some of the best comments at the end of this.
I have some.
What I want to ask you guys, as my expert panel, this has been a lot of fun. Who was the big winner in this trial? Go ahead. What comes to mind here?
I think it's going to be men. It's going to be men that finally broke because of the past, from Kavanaugh to everybody. It was just, it's men, you disgusting, you just, masculinity. It's like, bro, this was a two-way street. They both kind of did it. But he won. He actually won. This is the victory for the guys because the guy finally won the majority of the fucking money. Sorry.
So men were the big winner here.
Men won,
Wow.
bro. And we shouldn't be ashamed, guys. We fucking did it.
We did it, bro.
I fucking
Yay,
love you.
man.
I
Yay,
love you.
man.
We did it.
That's never been said. Yay, man.
Yeah, we won.
Natalya, who's the big winner here?
I would say men also are the big winner. I think that, like I said earlier, it gives men the little bit more. I think also he won in the sense that he was able. I think he won with his emotions, and for men not to be emotion driven, I think his emotions is really what connected the jury and the media, to push the win as well. Because you see somebody so masculine, so successful, and then you see him in this vulnerable, hurt state. And I think it allows men to maybe feel like it's okay to show that vulnerability and emotion. Because, I know we talk about emotions for men, you shouldn't show it and stuff like that. But I think sometimes it can be an advantage to you. In a case like this, I think if he showed I don't care, it's whatever, I don't know if the case would have been the same way. I think him showing like that compassion, that hurt, you know, like coming home to stuff in my bed and coming home to, you know, stuff broken. Like, I think that's a big win for men and like showing their like feelings in a way.
You.
So men 2, women 0 so far. We're keeping score.
Got you.
Kelly Sweet as Jelly, who was the big winner of this trial?
I agree with everything you guys have said. I think that I feel in a way this is a big win for the Me Too movement in that people are now having the conversations on social media about emotional abuse, physical abuse, domestic abuse. Because of this defamation case, right? Nobody cared about who said what about, who lied about what. It was what they did to each other that we were so obsessed over, right? So I think that, you know, this brought to light other situations, women that come forward, guys. Yes, I love that Natalya can come forward and be a little bit more compassionate. I think it opened it for both sides, men and women, to have a conversation about what goes on in a relationship, the insecurities you could draw out from each other, and how you could bring out the best or the worst. How relationships change. They go from being all lovey-dovey, and then when you get married and you get together, things get harder. So does that give you an excuse to adapt and be emotionally abusive? It's pointing those things out. And I think it's always a lot of the time, you know, men gaslighting women or whatever. This was an example where both parties were involved in some certain way. I feel like Johnny, you know, is just more likable in this scenario where he was trying to get away from her, and then like she brought it out in him, like she forced him to react.
Got you.
So I think yes, men won, but also women too. We're having this conversation now, and I don't think it's gonna go away.
Awesome.
I absolutely agree with you. You know who I think? You said men, you said women, me too. I think the big winner in this trial, in this situation, is the concept of dialogue. The big winner is talking it out, having an open dialogue. We're not going to see eye to eye on everything, but if we can have an open forum and discuss, it's literally what we do here on the Soscast, PBD, on everything we do here at Value Tainment, is we're not always going to agree, but we can disagree without being disagreeable, right?
Disrespectful.
Or disrespectful, exactly. These guys got to a point where it was completely disrespecting one another, and you don't think if they could turn back time and be like, listen, we're about to go, if they could like kind of have a crystal ball, we're about to be a part of the ugliest, dumbest, most like reality TV trial like since freaking OJ, where there was a literal murder, 2 murders. And we're going to be, exactly, the start of the trial now. And we're going to be on the face of so many tabloids. Wouldn't it just be better if we kind of talk this out?
Absolutely.
And we can figure this out together before it gets too crazy? What was the Corso we just took a month ago?
Where would you do that?
Crucial conversations.
Exactly.
This was her trying to do another emotional attack by publishing this op-ed, right? This was another attack to get something out of him.
And he fought back.
Exactly.
So, and yeah, he did fight back.
Fought back.
But what about if that was her way of like getting it out, talking about it?
Well, clearly it backfired.
It backfired.
Yeah, backfired. But
They
like,
got
$15 million.
divorced.
What
She
if
got
that
$7
was-
million?
what's the right way
Yeah.
to what's
Yeah.
the right way to discuss that? Because clearly it's not them two in a room
They
by
should have
themselves.
done that in divorce when
Yeah.
they got divorced, and she got $7 million. Like they already had the conversation. They
Yeah.
separated. She got money from it. Like why does she have to 2 years later go
Right.
drag
She
them
won
all
the
both
money
through the
and
mud?
she took the knife and just started twisting
Exactly.
it. As I don't know if she was trying to ingratiate herself to the Me Too movement,
Love makes you
prove
do
that
crazy
she was maybe indirectly trying to get him back. I don't know what it was going on, but you don't think she would try to like do it all over again? Like, is Amber Heard, did this help or hurt her career?
I think it's going to help, dude. I'm telling you,
don't
she's...
I think it
so.
helps.
I don't think so.
I
Well,
think it
she better
helps
get her
in
ass
certain
working because she
ways.
owes someone $10 million.
No shit. She's
So-
going to get cast.
I think it helps her in certain ways. I think she can really ride the way of being like the criminal of the world right now.
She's the
like
bad
the
girl.
hated
She's a new bad
lady
girl.
of the world.
The Cruella
she
de Vil. She should
could
play
ride that
Cruella de
wave.
Vil.
Yes, if she's
Got
able
it.
to ride that wave right, she could make that.
I got a
turn.
piece
All
so
right.
bad.
This guy's got a piece. Anyway, we're wrapping up. Thank you guys for staying with us. We had to do this episode. We had to get on here.
100%.
Had to
We
do
had
it
to
to
have
'em.
crucial conversations with Vinny, with Natalya. Kelly, thank
Kelly's
you for being so sweet and
amazing.
helping do this.
Thanks for having us, Adam.
Of course,
Thank
brother.
you, bro.
This is what we do here on the Soscast. We talk money, we talk dating, we talk relationships, we talk sex, and with a flow of financial savviness in there. And Johnny Depp's gonna be hopefully a little more financially savvy in his next relationship, and you guys should be as well. So we'll see you guys next time on the Soscast. We'll be back here tomorrow with a stellar panel discussing this and then some. We'll see you next time. Until next time, save that money. We out.
Bye.
Peace.